Hello, friends from across the nation and around the world. I'm Martin, and you are listening to Dad's Bedtime Stories. Tonight, we're going to be headed back into a series that I haven't done for a while, Kid Wizard. There have been quite a few people in the Spotify comments anyways asking me to continue the story, and I honestly don't know why I haven't continued it in a while. I think mostly just because I haven't had suggestions for it. But they gave me a suggestion in the comments. I believe their username was Smokey, but Dominic has also been asking for Kid Wizard. And they suggested that Kid Wizard learns weather magic, so I think we're going to do that tonight. I don't know that he'll actually learn everything about weather magic, but I think we could start that process. If you've never listened before, I think all you really need to know is Kid Wizard is a kid who gets invited to a wizarding school, which is inside sort of there's a portal in an ancient tree that leads to a whole other world of wizardry. And there, the kid is given a backpack that's kind of enchanted, and inside the backpack is an entire place to live, kind of like a little pocket dimension. And in every episode, the kid learns something new about magic. If you like the podcast, don't forget to rate it and review it on whatever platform you're listening on. Ratings and reviews do make a really big difference. Positive ratings and reviews, I should say. Sharing it with a friend is a big deal too. And if you want ad-free episodes, you can always join us on Patreon. And if you haven't joined us on Patreon, that's totally okay, but it means you're probably going to get an ad right about here. Time to close your eyes, get as comfy as you can in that bed, and imagine yourself doing what the kid in the story does. You wake up inside your pocket dimension backpack. You get up, swing your legs over the side of the bed, and stretch. You head over to the little fridge in the kitchen area of your pocket dimension, grab whatever food you want, throw on some clothes, and climb up the long ladder. As you climb, the top of the backpack opens up, and you step out into, a gigantic empty training hall. You pick up the backpack and sort of squish it together. It automatically shrinks down into a really tiny size, small enough that you can easily place it in your pocket. You head out of the training area, down the halls, through the main commons area where the cafeteria is, and suddenly you feel little drops of water on your head, but you're inside. You look up to see a little cloud. A small little spark of lightning takes off, hits you in the shoulder, which kinda hurts, and then the cloud starts pouring rain. Where is this thing coming from? You wonder as you get completely drenched with water. You try to run away, but the cloud follows you, as if you're in some sort of cartoon. Soon, you hear laughter. Familiar laughter. You look over to see Tyranus Rexington, your archenemy, and all of his friends laughing hysterically and pointing at you. Clearly, they're the ones behind the, little cloud. Many thoughts begin going through your mind. Thoughts of how to get rid of the cloud, or what exactly you could do to Tyranus Rexington. Perhaps a little bolt of lightning would teach him what's what. But you decide that would probably only cause more problems. Maybe you should just get rid of the cloud. Unfortunately, you don't really know how to get rid of clouds. You try to push at it using telekinesis, but it's as if the power slips right through the thing. You've never really dealt with cloud or weather magic before. Instead, you decide on a completely different tactic: teleporting away. You close your eyes, you get to that place where your body is filled with, more relaxing thoughts, and you imagine yourself being in a completely different place. Back in the training hall where Martin teaches you various different kinds of magic. You imagine what it looks like, what it feels like, what it smells like. And soon, your body begins to disappear from where it is and reappear where you want it to be. Luckily, the cloud doesn't follow.
What happened to you, kid?
Martin asks. Well, Tyranus Rexington happened to me, you respond.
Oh, wow, you're drenched.
Yeah, I am, you say, remembering that you have the power over heat magic. You slowly raise the temperature of your body and your clothing, and very soon, you start to steam. The water evaporates and, you dry off rather quickly.
What exactly did he do this time?
Martin asks. He made a cloud. A rain cloud that followed me around and rained on me.
Well, the classic rain cloud trick. Hilarious,
Martin says. Maybe to other people, it wasn't hilarious to me.
Yeah, good point. Did you try to push it away?
Yeah, but it didn't work.
Did you try doing it using normal telekinesis?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, obviously that wouldn't work. In its cloud form, water can be rather elusive. And, I'm gonna take a wild guess that you would like to learn weather magic now.
Yeah, kinda.
I thought so. Alright, well, honestly, weather magic isn't super simple, but you have a lot of the basics you'd need. You understand heating things up and cooling them down. You've got your basic telekinesis. You learned lightning magic, which would come in really handy if you want to add dramatic lightning-like effects or, direct the direction of them. So I guess all that's really left is manipulating water and air.
I guess so. Oh, why doesn't telekinesis work on them first of all?
Well, it does work on them, to be honest with you. It's just how you focus it on something that's so flexible. Solids are easy. I mean, ice would be easy too. If you really thought about it, you could have turned that cloud into ice and then shot it back at Tyranus if you really wanted to. But it's often more difficult to get the hang of using telekinesis on water. It's just so flexible. Same can be true of air. To be fair, you can absolutely use telekinesis against, singular or groups of air particles, move them around. But, really, commanding the air is a much bigger deal. It's a force of nature after all. One that affects all parts of the earth and flows through almost all people. So to truly command it in a meaningful way, you have to tap into something that most people never learn to. It seems like Tyranus had it figured out, you say. Tyranus didn't have anything figured out. He knew enough to create a little tiny cloud, but I doubt he can apply that to weather in general. I'd love to see that guy try to create a whole thunderstorm. That's a completely different thing. To do that, you have to understand how weather works. You'd have to condense the water in the air into clouds to command the wind itself to move in a particular way. Possibly to even create a cold front or warm front. He was probably just using basic telekinesis on a small bit of water to create the cloud. If you want to show him up, I say we learn real weather magic. Okay, I'm in, whatever that means. All right, well, first, let's work on your water manipulation. Martin leads you over to a little pool of water. Now, water is a form of matter. It's certainly solid enough to hold on to, but elusive. In order to truly command it in any kind of meaningful way, it's best to sort of become one with the water. To allow the energy from your body to move into the water. To understand that you and the water are not actually separate beings. You're part of the same larger thing that holds everything together. And therefore, in a way, the water is a part of you. It's both outside you and inside you at the same time. When you realize this connection, you can extend your mind into the water. When you can feel every part of it as if it's part of your own body, then you can manipulate it much more easily. Watch. Martin reaches out towards the water. The water lifts up out of the pool, streams into a long, thin stream, and starts to spin around the room. Martin moves around as if he's performing some sort of martial arts sequence, directing the water to move with him. Once the water feels like it's a part of you, then you can use your basic telekinetic principles to allow it to float up and around. Instead of pushing against it with telekinesis, you become it and push against other things. After that, you already understand the principles of heating things up and cooling them down. You can apply those to the water as well. He holds a ball of water in the air, and it soon begins to boil and steam. Then, almost as instantly, it freezes into a large ball of ice before melting into water again. He gently allows it to flow back into the tiny little pool and looks over to you. Your turn. Okay, so all I have to do is realize that I am the water. More than that, kid. You are everything, and everything is you. We're all connected. We may seem separate, but we're not. We're just experiencing the sense of separateness. Just tap back into that part of yourself that knows it's connected to everything. Allow the water to become part of you, and making it flow will become much, much easier. You close your eyes and reach out to the water.
You take long, slow, deep breaths. You relax your muscles. And you start to focus on those thoughts that are, well, happier. You remember the feeling of happiness in general, and you let it fill your entire body. Then, you try to let go of any thoughts in your mind, getting rid of your own ego, that part of you that says you are you and you are very separate from other things. Instead, you just breathe, and you allow your very consciousness to expand beyond your own body, into the surrounding area. For a second, it's as if you find yourself floating above yourself, above everything in the room. Martin, the little reflecting pool. You look down at the water from that perspective and you move towards it. Your consciousness meets the water and you imagine it spreading out into the water, filling all of the water and becoming the water. And for a second, a strange realization passes through your body. You always were the water. You open your eyes, move your hands, and the water moves with them. It streams up out of the pool. It spins around your body with ease. You form it into the shape of a little water person and instantly command it to freeze. Then you let it melt again and flow around in circles. Good, kid. Now, water has different states of being. Right now, it's liquid. You just froze it into a solid. If you really want to use it as a cloud, then you're gonna have to let it evaporate. And then, recondense in a slightly different way. Like steam or a cloud. You focus on the water, and you can see that, that it can become many different things. Just as easily as all of the little particles can stop moving and freeze in place, they can get a little more excited and evaporate. You allow the water to begin to evaporate around you. Steam rises up in the air and starts to fill up the entire area around you. Good. Now, condense it just enough that it becomes a cloud, but not a pool of water again. With your connection still in the steam around you, you move it around. You pack it together, just not as tightly as it was before. And the steam condenses into a cute little cloud. Good job, kid. That's probably exactly what Tyranus did to you. Though he may have used more of an external telekinetic force to do it, since I don't think that kid could truly connect with water the way you just have. Alright, put the water down and let's move on to air. You allow the water to flow over the reflecting pool again, and then condense it into water and stream it back down. Alright, air is honestly the same sort of thing. The only difference is that it's everywhere. You can command small pockets of air without too much trouble, but if you want to do it on a sort of wider scale,
to truly impact the weather that impacts everyone else, you're gonna have to overcome a lot of collective belief in the weather.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean that most people expect the weather to be the way that it is. If a weatherman tells them that, hey, it's gonna rain today, then they generally believe it's gonna rain, and it does. If they believe it's gonna be windy, then it probably will be. The wind and weather have a sort of natural pattern they follow. That pattern can often be predicted using a whole bunch of, technical weather things. And as such, there tends to be a lot of collective belief in the weather and, belief that it'll do what people expect it to do. And as much as that kind of belief isn't as strong as a, directed believer like yourself, it can still be something to get over. To reach into the weather itself, to become one with it, and to cause it to do things that other people will absolutely notice happening but won't really believe can or should happen. Well, that's rather difficult. But like anything else, as long as you believe that it's happening stronger than other people believe that it's not, you should be fine.
I sort of understand, you say.
You'll get it eventually. As I said, we can work on wind in much the same way we did with water. It's just, if we want to turn that into like a tornado that other people are going to see or something, it's kind of a different thing. Anyways, as I said, reaching out to the wind is the same as reaching out to the water. Possibly easier, honestly, because it surrounds you all the time. It enters your lungs, it becomes a part of you. So, all you have to do is expand your consciousness and ask it to move with you.
He demonstrates by moving through the air as if he's again performing some sort of martial arts technique. You feel the wind move around with him. Then, the wind blows so strongly that it lifts Martin straight up into the air before gently placing him down on the ground.
You get the picture.
Once again, you close your eyes. You relax your muscles, your body, and you focus on that place where you feel perfectly content, perfectly happy, and slowly you let go of your ego. That part of you that knows that you are you and you are not the wind. You let go of thoughts and you allow your consciousness to drift up into the world again. To that perspective where you can see Martin and yourself in the reflecting pool. But this time, instead of focusing on the water, you focus on the air that's all around you. And suddenly, you come to the realization that, wow, air is actually everywhere. Humans are surrounded by air in much the same way that fish are surrounded by water, but it's just so usual that they kind of stop noticing it. You wonder for a second if fish really notice that they're in the water until they're not. Weird. You allow your consciousness to fill the air around you. To remember that the air is, in fact, part of you in some way. And slowly you open your eyes, and the wind moves with your body. It spins around in circles, it lifts you up into the air and gently allows you to fall down.
All right, kid. I think you've got it. Now, to create a thunderstorm. What Tyranus did was very small scale, I'd say. I think somebody with your magical ability can do better. As I explained, it can be rather complicated to create a thunderstorm that people don't expect because, well, their expectation itself has power. But you, kid, you seem to be like the type that doesn't really care about those things. The type that figures out how to do it anyways. The type that can believe more than everyone else around you. The exact type that should be able to manipulate the weather itself, especially in this here magical pocket dimension where, there's not billions of people who expect the weather to be a certain way. It'll be easier here is what I'm saying. Grab your flying skateboard thing and let's head up into the sky.
With a quick focus of your mind, you imagine the skateboard appearing out of your pocket and flying under your feet. It listens. It shoots out of your pocket, out of the little backpack in your pocket, expands to its full size and lands on the ground in front of you. You step on top of it and feel an almost instant link to the thing. Martin's magic carpet flies underneath him, and he does the same thing. Together, you blast out the main doors of the training facility, through the halls of the castle, and out and up into the air above.
All right, kid. To create a real thunderstorm, you're gonna need to do a couple things. First, you'll have to gather a large cloud. That means calling the water to you. The water is always present in the air unless it's like super dry, but it's pretty much always there. Just like a dehumidifier can somehow filter it out of the air, you should be able to find it, condense it, bring it together into a large cloud, and allow that cloud to start raining down. Your connection to the wind should allow it to pick up as well, and, well, you already understand creating paths for lightning. Those three things should create a pretty epic thunderstorm, if you ask me.
Okay. You close your eyes, floating on your skateboard high above the world, and you find that you're still in that correct state. That place where you understand that the wind and the water are all parts of you. But this time, you expand your consciousness further, not just into a little bit of the air or water surrounding you, but into the entire area above the magical castle. You grab the water in your mind, and you begin to condense it from nowhere. Slowly, steam starts to rise up into the world, and you command that steam to move itself together, to collect itself into a gigantic cloud. The air continues to produce steam, and as it's created, it moves together until the cloud gets larger and larger, darker and darker and darker.
Good. Now let's make the wind pick up a little bit for, dramatic effect.
You expand your mind once again, this time into the wind surrounding the place, the air itself. You command the air to go from being relatively calm to a little more excited, to blow through the castle, through the trees, and, generally just intensify things a little. The more you focus, the stronger the wind blows. You command it around in a little circle, a continuous force that pushes against the castle and people below. All right, now maybe add in a couple lightning strikes. You focus on creating a pathway for the lightning as you did before, and you unleash its power. A lightning strike zips down towards the ground and strikes a tree beside the castle. Another one hits the ground itself. All right, now unleash the rain. Still allowing the cloud to be a part of you, you give it the command to condense to that point where it can't hold itself up in the air anymore. Water starts to fall down, faster and faster. The wind continues to blast, and you continue to direct a few lightning bolts, mostly through the air itself, as you don't want to do too much damage below. All right, kid. Good job. I'd call this a real thunderstorm. Below, you see students and teachers making their way out of the castle and looking up at the sky above to see exactly what's going on. Most of them know, they know what's going on since they understand magic and understand that the thunderstorm appeared out of nowhere. As the cloud drains itself of all water, the sun reappears. You let go of your connection to the wind and allow it to become still once again, and you and Martin drift back down towards the castle, where you see all of the students and teachers staring at you in awe. Why are they all looking at me like this? You ask. That's because you just did an incredibly advanced magical technique that most of them will never achieve. Even the teachers haven't really figured it out for the most part. You, kid, are a bit of a prodigy. Really? Yeah. Did you really think that most people learn how to create a thunderstorm out of nothing in a matter of 30 minutes or so? I mean, come on. On the way back inside on your skateboard, you pass Rexington and his friends. They too look rather shocked as you fly by. Rather like they might think twice before messing with you again. Or perhaps maybe not. They don't seem all that smart. You make your way back to the training hall, jump off your skateboard, and look over at Martin. Well, kid, that's probably enough for one day, he says as he pulls a tiny little backpack out of his pocket, grabs it with his other hand, spreads them apart, and causes the backpack to grow at the same time. The top of it unzips, he climbs inside, steps down a ladder that shouldn't really be able to exist, and then the entire backpack just floats up in the air and disappears from existence. You suddenly let out a large yawn. The whole effort of creating a thunderstorm has left you rather mentally exhausted. You reach into your own pocket, expand your own backpack with the same gesture, and climb inside it, moving down a ladder. You watch the zipper zip above you as you make your way to the ground. You lay down in your bed, pull the covers up to your chin, and pretty quickly, you begin to fall asleep. You let go of the tension in your muscles. With each breath, you allow yourself to sink down deeper and deeper into the mattress. And with each breath, you allow your mind to wander off to thoughts of new dreams, new magic, and new adventures to come. Good night, everyone.